Was that glitching on your side too?
It definitely was on my side.
Yeah.
I just figured it was my fault.
It was glitching pretty bad over here too.
So
what's up?
Busy day at work today?
Busy day at work. I'm fucking exhausted. My fucking shoulder's killing me. I'm not in a good mood, but I'm here.
You know what though? You're probably
a lot of things.
I was gonna say you're probably one of the like 15 to 20 other people that did not get blocked by Charles Hoskinson today on Twitter.
Oh, he just went around blocking. I haven't even been on freaking Twitter. I think I responded to one tweet today, and that's about it.
Jeez,
What's that all about? What's that all about?
Well, people came out, swinging hot and heavy and very opinionated today on the timeline, and yeah. There was a difference.
What is it?
Dude, about everything, about, the lack of VC money in our ecosystem, about USDC and not just paying $3 million, right? And all this different stuff. And then about Intersect, and then about all this stuff, about Cardano Foundation, about Emergo, about, him being a billionaire. Like, dude.
But he doesn't have control over any of that stuff
anymore now. Yes.
Well, he never really, he had influence, but he never had control.
And
he has control over IOAG or IOG and IOHK, but hey, people wanted decentralization. We got it.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. But man, let me tell you. And then I saw something that was so funny to me today. So Fart, right? Fart, who I interviewed with. Okay, love her. She's fantastic. But she posted that she got blocked, and she said that the reason was because she asked to see his hog.
His hog?
That was the tweet. Yeah, to see his hog. That was the tweet, bro. And I was just crying of laughter when I saw it, because I just seen L got blocked, RZA got blocked. Literally,
I did see the RZA one.
Yeah,
I seen the RZA one. I think RZA posted it.
Yes,
but L got blocked too.
Allegedly. And then freaking Clark, he said something in a post, like in a comment. He said, well, people are crashing out because of this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And then Charles came really hot and heavy at him and was like, this is what I don't like. People saying that I'm cashing out. And then there was a whole thing on the timeline about crashing out versus cashing out, and it felt like a really emotionally tense day today on the Cardano Twitter. I will tell you that. That's what it felt like. I
did see some guy named Phil called out Melon and Dex Hunter as predatory.
I saw that. And Melon said, you can't prove it, bitch. It's on the blockchain.
Right. That's not the part of it. That's just whatever. That's high school bullshit. You know what I mean? But the second half of his tweet, I agree with. And it's what we've been talking about for quite some time now. And that would be all that being said, he is right about this. Exchanges implementing CNT support is only a very small fraction of why we don't have T1 listings. It is all about volume. T1 exchanges don't publish these requirements because it doesn't benefit them to do so. At the end of the day, the only thing they care about is volume, because it's the biggest indicator of the trading fees they will generate. Each new listing is a big legal risk for T1 exchanges. They will not take this legal risk unless the opportunity for money is very high, which is 100%.
Yeah.
If there's no volume, they're not making fees. And if they're not making fees, why accept any risk, whether it's imagined or not? on listing something that could be deemed a security or get them a Wells notice, or you know what I mean? Because even if it's not true, even if it's not true, like when SEC hit Coinbase with the Wells notice, hit Kraken with the Wells notice, this, that, and the other, even if the SEC is full of shit in their whole filing, it still costs these corporations, these exchanges, a grip of money and lawyers to respond. You know what I mean? And if that amount of money outweighs the trading fees, it's not even worth the risk.
Yep. And then CeeLo Green, it looks like he was blocked too. And then D Clays says, if Charles hasn't blocked you, you ain't really active out here. I'm just telling you, dude. I'm telling you that I literally, okay, so one of the chats that you and I are both in, I'm going to tell you 50 out of 68 of the people in that chat were probably blocked by Charles today.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like, it's just crazy because like, dude, I'm not even like that. Like, I won't block people, but I will mute the hell out of people. Sometimes I come on my timeline or I see some post from somebody and I go to the comments and then it'll be like 9 comments are from people that you've muted. So if you want to see what the comment is, you know, and like also like the power.
I went through the other day and muted a bunch of people. I just get tired of seeing BS on my timeline. You know what I mean? Frivolous stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. But I don't want to like block people so that they feel like I feel some type of way about them. It's just I think their takes are terrible and I don't feel like I want to see them. You know? And then so like for me, I wouldn't block people because I don't want them to feel like hurt and to be festering in all this thing like I care about them that much. You know what I mean? That I went out of my way to smite them.
A good analogy is like I won't disown my brother, but there's plenty of times I ain't taking his phone call.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. You know, I get it.
I love my brother, but there's just sometimes I don't want to hear whatever bullshit he's talking about. I just,
dude,
you know what I mean?
You're so funny because you're literally like my little brother. He's that way with my calls 100% of the time. He's like, whatever it is that John's talking about, I don't. Yeah, he's like, whatever John's talking about, I don't want to freaking hear it today. Maybe like not today. But anyways, what I was gonna say is Phil, he specifically came up on one of the Twitter spaces. And let's see who's out here.
What's going on, Opti?
Opti, what's up? Shout out Opti. I'm sure Opti probably got blocked today. You know, he's active. So you know, like, yeah, I'm so serious. I
mean, but and that's honestly that's pathetic, especially for. I mean, Charles is already a divisive person. Huh?
Don't go that route. Just let him be. Just let him be.
Let Charles be? I don't care if I get blocked by Charles.
All I'm saying is, might come back around later. But what I want to say is during that space, Phil went up on stage, and then what he brought up was the fact that all these people have been talking about VCs in Cardano, that we've soured our relationship with them, this, that, and the other. And he basically came up and said, listen, VCs don't. Oh, Whale blocked him. Oh, geez. Yeah, there we go. I told you. Look, that's what you get for being active out here in these streets. But so Phil went up there and he was like, all these people are talking about, you know, and I messaged Phil. I actually want to do an interview with him. I think it would be really cool. He's Anastasia Labs, I think it is. One of the co-founders. Yeah. And
is that who we talked to in? Oh no, that was the lady for Anastasia Labs.
Yes. Shout out to Veronica. Yeah. Beautiful, very sweet individual, fantastic.
Yeah, she was cool.
But what Phil said was, he was like, all these people are acting like VCs, that we hurt their feelings and that they like, you know, that they've soured because of our relationship, this, that, and the other. And because of, you know, Cardano Foundation, Emergo, and how Charles have treated them. He said, VCs don't have feelings. VCs
Right.
don't bleed. VCs are just money hungry, greedy people. They don't care. He's like, they don't care about any of that. They don't have feelings. He was like, what's going on is that in these other ecosystems, what they want is early token allocations. And as soon as their vesting period is done, they are dumping on all of retail immediately. And there's just not the you're just not doing that on Cardano the same. It's not the same.
That goes back to like the old I don't know if it was really leaked or whatever, but the whole Chamath Hapapalatia thing with Solana and talking about how, oh, we're dumping. I can't remember the exact, but it was a video.
They laughed about it on the podcast about dumping on everybody's head.
Right. That's a VC. So I just, VCs don't have feelings.
Yeah.
They like money. That's all that it comes down to. And if you're worried about something I'm going to say, you should have been worried about 2 weeks ago, because I've been talking crap for 2 weeks.
Oh, well, no. I know that. I'm just saying. We have
no liquidity, bro. I love Cardano. I wish our community would, I don't know. We need to get our community more comfortable with other blockchains.
Yes, we're definitely going to be getting our community more comfortable with other blockchains. What I'm going to say about that is I don't care what you say for the most part. What it is for me immediately right now is that I had a conversation before this call and the person was like, oh, that's great. Have you talked to Charles about it? And I was like, actually, I haven't. And then I mentioned that like everybody that I follow on my timeline was blocked by him today. And then the person was like, you got blocked? This is not going to help the case, right? This is not going to make that conversation go well. And then I was like, oh, well, I didn't get blocked, but everybody that I like and whose opinion I respected. Right. So, but anyway, so that's the thing. Maybe I could have a good conversation at some point in time that has nothing to do with any of the drama, and then I'll be able to scoot by. So that's the only thing I'm concerned about.
Well, I'll leave that to you. That's you. This is me.
Yeah.
If Charles is super smart. I like the way he talks. I like how he talks like a normal person for being some diabolical genius. But he gets very defensive. He's very defensive. He does not like being questioned. Is the way I take it. He doesn't like his ideas being questioned. He doesn't like. He lashes out at people. So that's all I'm going to say.
In defense of that, I will say that the other day I was like, why are you responding to people with less than 400 followers on Twitter? Like, bro's almost got 1 million. You know what I'm saying? And followers don't matter, but I'm saying that like you're going to see like somebody small and insignificant commenting on every single thing that you do, and you're telling me that that you have that much time. That's crazy to me, because I don't even have that much time. I'm like, cool, bro.
Anybody that's been in any kind of, I don't even want to say influence, like even like us, we're super small. People know us. People know us more from the project and this and that, but anybody who's been in this space long enough gets trolls left and right. If you can't shake it off, imagine the trolls he gets that like he just can't shake it off. It doesn't make sense.
You know what's funny? For every fiber of my being, I thought you were gonna say anybody that's ever gone to public school. I was gonna
yeah.
Or anybody that's ever gone, I don't know. And that's anyways, but so let's go into the market watch if you're ready.
All right.
I came up with the name because of Justin's son becoming the prime minister of a country, and that was the main article dominating the news. And
that was like 6 months ago. like Bahrain
Uh,
or something like that, right? Yeah.
Lieberland, micronation.
Where? Yeah,
Lieberland.
Micronesia. Oh, okay, maybe not Bahrain. But that was like six months ago. They were talking about making him prime
Lieberland was
minister.
founded by Czech libertarian politician, something I can't pronounce, in an area located between Croatia and Serbia.
So it's like a little micro country that broke off when Yugoslavia broke apart.
But think about this, okay? Like, here's my conspiracy theory. Now, if I had enough money to buy the smallest nation, you know, if I was trying to create the laws and the rules around the businesses that I function and you know, and that I run in, that would be the cheapest way to get straight through all of the regulatory barriers for any kind of business venture I ever planned or accomplished or one aspired to achieve.
That's not
Think about it.
necessarily true.
Think about it.
You
Am
don't
I going to
think-
spend billions of dollars to lobby the governments, the world powers, in order to like
listen.
still get it cut down? Bro, no.
You don't think even if you were, say you were able to buy like Liechtenstein or something like that, a micro country or something like that, you can't just do whatever the hell you want. You know, the world will hold you accountable. Unless you're like a warlord in like the Congo or something like that.
But listen, look. Here, let me set up the situation. Okay, so
All right.
here is
Tell
my
me
tech hub. Here's
Tell
my
me
tech
this-
hub. Here's my tech hub. This is the tiny micro country that I bought, right? All of the stuff I do in here is you know, this is my safe space. I don't offer any services to anybody outside of my country. But if you got a VPN, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like all of the regulatory compliance, like done. Am I gonna like grease the palms of and pay all this
What
lobbying?
about international trade?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you have a small country of no significance,
Yeah.
where are you going to get the infrastructure from?
I have a bank in my country. I just cash out my crypto there. What do you mean? I just pay people. You don't think that he has enough money? You don't think Justin Sun has enough money?
International trade, like how do you?
Who do I got to trade with? I'll just give him money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Sure.
That's what international trade is: giving them money for services.
It's a micronation.
Computers, food, freaking
Bro, this
energy.
guy has more money than CZ. I'm sure of it.
Right. And you don't think they sanctioned Russia, for Christ's sakes? You don't think they can sanction your little country because you're doing some crazy money laundering crap or whatever it is?
I don't even think that it's money laundering. I think he's just the best trader ever, and he's actually just needed to buy a country in order to be able to cash out. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious.
Either way, he didn't buy the country. They appointed him prime minister.
Because he was the most qualified, and it had nothing to do with his money.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying he bought a freaking country, bro. He bought the freaking country. Are you kidding me? CZ, take a play out of Justin Sun's rulebook. Buy yourself some random micronation. Look, Justin's date of birth, July 30th. Birthplace, China. Entrepreneur and business executive. Nationality, Chinese. Net worth, 1.5 billion. Who is Justin Sun? Well, let me tell you something about Justin Sun.
You don't know who Justin Sun is?
If you believe that Justin Sun's net worth is only 1.5 billion, no, dude. This guy, he has Genesis block Bitcoin. I swear to God, on a freaking jump drive, and he probably mined it. You know what I mean? Justin Sun's network. How rich is the Tron founder? Nobody freaking knows. And I promise he 100% has probably he probably has hardware wallets and at least 5 different, like, what are they called? Safety deposit boxes in every major bank in the world. To be honest.
Right.
He could be a trillionaire, honestly, and we would never know.
He offered what was it? He was just
I think he wanted to buy FTX.
buy something for $6 billion.
I think it was FTX.
Was it FTX? He offered to buy FTX?
Yeah, I think he tried to buy
Or another
FTX.
exchange or something like that. Yeah. Justin's son is rich as hell. They're all rich though. I'm not Xi Jinping. CZ.
Well, yeah.
Xi Jinping.
He's really rich. You're like Xi
Xi Jinping is rich too, but I mean,
Xi Jinping, Putin, these guys, they got money for real.
They speculate that Putin could be the richest man in the world.
And he probably is. You know what I mean?
No, he's got like a 50 or a $240 million palace or some crap like that. I watched a documentary on it.
Oh, look, and he owns part of Uniswap also. Of course he does. You know what I mean? And it's about to have that glow up right now and become its own chain. And Justin's son is a multi-billionaire, probably is, I think, on the low end of the spectrum of how much money I think he has. All I'm saying is, geez, I'm not even going to say that. Let's go into Market Watch before I get us canceled.
Let's go.
I was going to talk about how much money that he has and what I might do for just.
It's so weird. The videos just aren't playing through today. I don't know what that is all about. Even the market update video just glitched. You know? So
let's
either
see.
way,
Did outside people see it glitch?
Huh?
Oh, BitTorrent also, he says. I believe it, dude. There's probably a lot of things Justin Sun owns and we have no idea about. You know, he's probably
he's got his hands in everything.
He probably owns Consensus, like, you know what I mean, or whatever that does the MetaMask and all that crap too.
Well, not to mention, I mean, doesn't Tron have a stable coin, TUSD, or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. So, okay. So freshest data coming in down another 1.4% today, coming in at 2.207 trillion. So down just a little bit. Volume's a little higher today, coming in at 95 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 53.9, ETH at 13, Gwei at 6.759. So CPI data came out today. I did hear that. I didn't get a chance, but I think we came in 1 point over.
Yeah,
so
we did.
2.3 was expected. We came in at 2.4, freaked the market out. So it just helped push it further to the downside.
Do you see that bounce?
Bitcoin,
almost exactly. That bounce was basically almost exactly at 59.
Yeah. I barely had the only chart
like
I looked at today was the SWE chart, and the SWE chart is getting to an inflection point. So we'll look at that. Bitcoin back over 60 though, 60,163 down 0.7. Ethereum at 2385 down up 0.2. BNB at 561 down 1.5. Solana at 139 down 0.3. XRP with looks like the only real gainer today, coming in at 5345 up 1.9. Dogecoin 0.106 down 1.8. Speaking of Justin Sun, we got Tron at 1581 down 0.8. Toncoin up 1.1 at 513. And Cardano up 0.2 at 33.96. And not only that, but this gap is still shrinking here, sir. So it's only a matter of time before Avalanche passes Cardano. That's biggest loser, biggest winners. Uniswap for the win, up 9%. Popcat at 7.3%. Mantra up 5.4%. Dog with Hat up 4.8%. Immutable up 4.6%. Starkneck up 3.1%. Celestia up 2.4%. And then, I mean, 2s and 1s the rest of the way.
Do you know Lorenzo?
Lorenzo.
He's a pretty big
know.
account.
I mean, I don't know a specific. I mean, I know that a lot of people name Lorenzo, but
Hold on.
not
Let
in,
me.
like, crypto
I'm gonna
Twitter
pop
or
this
anything.
up for just a quick second. Right here, Lorenzo. He said, well. At least he read my tweets.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, dude. It's just so crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's literally like every single person whose opinion I respect. It's wild.
So we got Aptos down 4.7, Phantom down 4.6, Helium down 4.5, Complex down 4.4, SWE down 3.3. SWE went all the way down to $1.72 today. Cosmos down 3. Yeah.
It's a long way from $1.25, but there's still time for it to hit 125 before it hits $3. What do you think about that?
It's a long way from the top at 220 also.
Yeah.
WorldCoin down 2.8%, Castor down 2.4%, Theta Network down, BitTensor, SHIB. Not big numbers, just a lot of things down in the 4 to 3%. You know, there we go. That's a good pickup.
Crypto Kings. Yep. I was gonna say support the chart.
Speaking of the charts, let's go right in to SWE, the 2 hour. So we've been in this falling channel right here this whole time. We broke out early this morning. What's that?
So curious to know which part that Johnny Blaze funny.
So we broke out the bottom early this morning, and we broke back in, broke back out, broke back in, broke below the 200. We are now above the 200, and we have come back up the other side of the channel. So we're really getting to this inflection point where all these trend lines are connecting. You know, your upper trend line, your lower trend line. So it's really coming to a decision point. What's it going to do? I think it's going to start to go back to the upside. But, you know, could be wrong. We got the double green dot on the 2 hour. We did hold the 200. We are above this macro trend line right here going up. We did not break that. And then we are on top of the falling channel. So this descending channel measured move brings us back to 218. Actually, we can move that a little bit. So if you take it to the breakout point's about here. And obviously it's not science, but that takes us about 221. Basically back. We'll have major resistance at all-time high at about 218.42. But SWE, it's a good accumulation point right now. Now, if we were to break 172, then we would have had problems, because 172 is going to be your high volume node right here. If we would have broke 172 and it not held, we were going to come down 162, which is going to be this valley on VRVP. And depending if that held, we're going to come back down even further. We're talking 154 all the way down to like 146, 143 area. So we have to maintain, we got to stay above the 200, or we're just going to keep dumping.
What's up, Christian?
It's really going to depend on what Bitcoin does. So you noticed when Bitcoin started falling today down to 59, that's when SWE really started dumping. That's when most coins started dumping. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 2 hour, we're getting a slight bullish div, which is looking good. So we have that lower low. We have the higher low. If it'll let me draw it. We got the double green dot on market cipher B. Money flow is flat, no longer curving down. VWAP is a little at the top, but you got the momentum coming up. You got the money flow flat. And even though we're printing a red candle right now with about 30 or 27 minutes left, DBSI numbers are pretty heavy, 15, -3. So it's still looking good, but let's go out here to the daily. We have printed 4 red candles in a row so far. We're working on a 5th red candle on the daily. Momentum is still going to the downside. The only saving grace is that your money flow is starting to curve a little bit. So maybe we can just start to curve, flatten out, go back to the upside. Your VWAP is coming back to the upside, so that's a good thing. But the momentum is still really coming down. No, there's no kind of divs on that. But we lost the 50. You got the 21 curve in. The 200 obviously is still way up here. Let's go down to the 4-hour. I don't know why that's on there. Maybe that's because we're back here somewhere. Yeah, okay. So that's the divergence right there. Come down, see if we've regained. We have not regained it on the 7-minute. Okay, so we're still under the 200 even on the 1-minute. So obviously, if we're under the 1-minute and we're still under the 7-minute, 12-minute, 15-minute. So we need to see these lower time frames turn bullish before we can even think about being out of the woods. Hopefully Asia wakes up and chooses rich tonight instead of more violence. So that would be nice. You know what I mean? But I just see the same old, same old. Hopefully we can get a turnaround. But I wouldn't be, I don't know. I kind of think we've bottomed, the local bottom. And we are going to be going into the 2nd week of October. Kind of historically bullish. But you can see we're setting lower highs and lower lows right here. Boom, boom. We can see it come up and come back down. So 58 is still not out of the cards. I mean, hell, 52,000 is still not out of the cards. So you just got to take it day by day, in my opinion. I do think we will have a green month. So right now, we got us a big red monthly candle. So, but if you were to take this, prior to this month, in the long run, we are forming a giant bull flag, which is also a giant cup and handle. I think we've looked at this before. So we have a giant cup and handle going on right here on the monthly. And I think this takes us to like 118,000, right? I mean, we've looked at this before. Oh, 100, a little over. Straighten that out, bring it up. About 129,000. But once again, it's going to take several months to get there. So this is really where my price target, I say my price target for Bitcoin is what, 136,589. This is kind of where my price target. We're going to go to between 125 and 150, in my opinion. I think once we hit 100, that's when the FOMO is going to kick in. Retail is going to hit. We're going to get that parabolic.
We'll blow past it.
Right. And then Q1, early Q2 next year. Popping in May, sell in May, walk away. And then we may get a relief rally like we did in 2021 in Q4. of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really going to depend on monetary policy. We've never had a bull run in quantitative tightening, and they've just barely started quantitative easing. And quantitative easing is going to take 6 to 8 months to kick in. So rate changes take a while to kick in. So, but they just did it in September. So you got October, November, December, January, February. We're talking mid Q1 of next year. I also think the presidential race does have something to do with it. Not necessarily that they're going to stick to their plans. I'm not saying Trump's going to get in there and be like, yeah, crypto for everybody. But markets are psychology. And when people have the negative connotations that Kamala Harris presents towards crypto versus the positive energy that Trump has towards crypto, that's going to influence the markets. It's probably going to influence, yes, number go up. Number go up and to the right, sir.
I definitely understand that perspective. I just believe that whenever the election happens, there's going to be volatility and uncertainty. And then after the decision, people are comfortable when they know what to expect. And then I think that there will be a pump from then. I think that I can understand the bull case for some people where they say that, if Trump were to win because he's so positive that we might have an exaggerated cycle. But I think for the most part, it's like after we know who won, we will pump. Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think.
So here, what Christian is saying, weak run if Camilla wins, strong run if Pump wins, but either way, Pump. That's what I'm saying, basically.
Right. That's what I was going to say. I don't think it's going to affect the macro of the bull run. Like, we're still going to get a bull run, but the veracity or the ferocity of the bull run if Trump wins is going to be bigger than if Kamala wins. Because you got to remember, it's not just we're thinking in crypto terms. Kamala has proposed outlandish taxes, and those aren't just crypto taxes. That's TradFi. And while we may not be correlated to TradFi, it still affects when people are investing in risk on and risk off assets.
But it's disingenuous because nobody
it doesn't matter
that has money is actually going to pay those taxes because they can afford not to. It is only the middle and the lower class that actually are forced to partake, that role. Yeah.
Well, once again, it doesn't matter. You got to understand that the truth of the situation is irrelevant. It's sentiment and what people believe to be true. It's what retail investors. I mean, we're all retail investors. I guarantee there ain't no smart money watching this show. We're all dumb money. And I say that in the sense that we're all retail investor. Nobody with a net worth.
Look, if you guys got millions of dollars on here, you know what I mean? If you're watching our show and you got millions of dollars in your, in your bank account, in your crypto trading thing.
Mint a boss.
I was going to say, mint a boss. Support the proposal, which I think at the end of the show, that's what I'm going to talk about. So we're going to kind of end early, but not actually end early. I'm going to talk about the proposal so that I can clip it and then we can put it out there and then everybody will know.
But that's what I mean by the psychology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody, 4 more years. That's essentially what we'd be getting, 4 more years. She can try to separate herself from Joe Biden, this and that.
Where did you see that? Oh, you're saying 4 more years of Joe Biden's basically what we would get by her. I gotcha.
Yeah. It's 4. I mean, she literally said the other day that she regretted nothing that has transpired and that she was in on most of the major decisions that were made. That tells you right there. Plus, she was the vice president. If she didn't change anything in the past 3.5 years, why would she change anything going in the next 4 years?
Yeah.
Crazy ideas like 28%. I don't think her donors
I don't
would ever
understand where
allow
you're
her.
seeing.
Huh?
I don't know where you're seeing those comments.
What comments?
Okay, you're just making comments about the. Okay, I was like, I don't see where somebody said 28% because no, I know she said
No,
that.
that's
Yeah,
what she's talking about.
that
She's
is
talking
what
about
she's talking about.
28% capital gains.
Yeah,
Uh, no,
crazy.
no, 40% capital gains, 28% unrealized. But her donors would never allow unrealized gains to come into effect.
It's that you can't force that upon people that can pay for somebody to structure their finances for them. Right? You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. So that's why I really struggle with Elizabeth Warren saying tax the rich. It's like, yeah,
Right.
if you could, but you guys made the rules so that you can't. So I don't
Well, not to
understand.
mention, the rich have paid taxes.
Yeah.
Somebody thinks that because somebody's a billionaire and they didn't pay any taxes this year, well, it's not, you don't pay taxes on how much money you have every year. You pay taxes on how much money you make every year. So if they only made 22 million, but yet they are worth 54 billion, they're only paying taxes on 22 million. I mean, that's people, I don't know. So either way.
Next.
So that's really all I'm seeing. I mean, PopCat had a nice little pump today. You know, I do like PopCat. I may want to pick up some PopCat. Like I said, when we were talking about meme coins yesterday, that Dog with Hat, Floki, and PopCat are probably the only ones I would invest in. And PopCat would probably be the one I do invest in because, first of all, it's a lower market cap and it's got major liquidity on these exchanges. So mass liquidity, people are trading. Dog with Hat has a lot of liquidity too, but PopCat's half its market cap. So, and I'm not buying it for the tech, buying it for the pump.
I bought a meme coin on Radix. It's because I saw the machinist tweet about it.
Right.
And then I literally I was like, it's probably too late, huh? And then he was like, nah, it's still early. And I bought it. And then it went up 80 more %. And look, Opti disagrees with you. He said, I buy meme coins for the tech, sir. Nice. But it was called Ed with Ed on Radix. And that was the one. Ed with Ed.
Ed with Ed. I'm trying to pull up my Radix wallet right now.
And it was up. I was up pretty good. I cashed out. I only put a little bit of it in there. And it was just the Radix that I have over there is staying over in that ecosystem. I'm not taking it out.
Always good. My Dan coin on Radix is still up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still up. All those other ish coins I bought over there are down though.
Yeah.
One of them doesn't even have a dollar value next to it. It's just got an amount of coins.
Sheesh.
And it had a dollar value next to it at one point in time.
All right. So let's cut this stream a little bit early, but I'm going to talk about the proposals we got.
Wore out. Today was a horrible day.
Let's see. What is this? Chinbot.
Tomorrow night, while he's doing that, while he's looking stuff up, do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, share this with a friend, retweet the room. We go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST, bringing you the daily current events. You know what I mean? You might not have known that Charles was on a blocking spree until you tuned into this show. Although most of the people in this channel
are blocked.
At least one of them got blocked.
Yeah. No, he apparently only got blocked by Ada Whale. But
by Ada Whale. Yeah.
They were on a spree today. It was
But do us a favor, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what to do. So tomorrow night, Daniel, are you still in here? Are you coming on tomorrow night?
Yes, he is. I'm answering for him. Regardless of what he says, he's coming in here tomorrow night.
All right. So tomorrow night, Friday night and chill, we will go over the market. We'll probably, I think he has a few SWE meme coins he wants to talk about. We'll go over that ecosystem. And that's about it. It's been a long day. I'm glad tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, so everybody. So I'm the John Carter of JPEG Empire, and then this is Desert Crypto, right? Of JPEG Empire. So we made a proposal. Our proposal is to build Chinvat Bridge, which is going to be a bi-directional bridge between Cardano and Midnight. And this is important for a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons is that we have a whole plan here on how this bridge will actually be constructed, how it will be built, all of the details here. You all don't need to screen capture all this stuff, but this is basically the plan on how we're building this bridge. We are asking you and everybody in the community to support our proposal because this is going to give us the funding we need in order to build this bridge between Cardano and Midnight. This will be huge because one of the first implementations we want is for Token Empire. I'm also trying to see if we can get this integrated into Keystone, which Keystone has over 100,000 different users, right, of their hardware wallet. It's an excellent hardware wallet. It is also very much integrated into voting and all kinds of different things that are inside of the Cardano ecosystem. They're about to integrate, I think they actually might have already, they integrated Vesper and they're about to integrate Tokyo Pay Wallet. And so these are huge things. They support the ecosystem, but this bridge will allow for the special capabilities of Midnight Network blockchain, which are shielded and unshielded transactions, ZK proofs, all kinds of different scalability and privacy things that are important, decentralized identity, all these different things that have huge institutional use cases, global real world use cases will be possible, and we'll be able to build and use it to scale Cardano and other blockchains. So this is massive for Cardano and the ecosystem. Please support our proposal. And anybody out there in the ecosystem that wants to talk to us about this proposal, about the team that we have that is going to be building this, let us know. Hit me a DM. I want to talk to everybody. I had a fantastic conversation just before this stream with somebody that won the 3rd place in the Midnight Hackathon. And we were talking about this and all kinds of other things that I would love to do that require Midnight. And so everybody out there, please, we appreciate your support and support us because we're here every day for free. You know, the money is going to develop our blockchain. Yeah.
And if you guys don't know about Keystone Wallet, the person we're partnering with on this proposal, go to our homepage on YouTube and just type in Keystone. And we have an awesome interview with the co-founder of Keystone. And he goes over the implementations of Vesper and Tokyo Pay and what they have in store for Cardano and the other ecosystems. And check out the original Keystone wallet. So prototype 1 that they made for the Bitcoin miners in China. It's like a freaking tank.
It's crazy. It was waterproof. It was blast proof. It was fireproof. It was all the proofs you could possibly have.
All scratched up because they were running over it with a truck to show them how indestructible it was.
Yes, absolutely crazy. The founder really cares about what he's doing. He really cares about privacy and tech. So this could be a huge thing for the whole Cardano space. It means a lot to us because knowing the history of JPEG Empire, like all we've ever wanted to do, and the reason why we're here every day for free and in the ecosystem active and here in front of everybody is literally to add value to the ecosystem that we care about. So
we've been building for a year. So we got the keys to everything finally back in January. But even prior to that, we were running the project, and we've been doing this for a year absolutely free, actually for negative money. Because most of the time we use our own money for things. It was a community takeover. And since we've taken over, I mean, we've built a platform, we've brought out a new mint, we got the trading bot coming forward. We started an LLC. We're bringing forward Chinvat Bridge, which is going to be a corporation. There's going to be integrations. And it's all for the community. It's all for our community because we seen it and we were like, this is some BS, you know, and we've already given back more than the original founders ever even freaking, like, I don't know. They didn't do shit. That's all I'm going to say.
They weren't even
Daniel, Crypto King's been here from the beginning. You know what I mean? He's been a big help. He was a big help in the beginning, helping everything going on, staying active in the community and everything like that. So we have a lot of core community members that are super awesome. But
yes. So with that, we leave you. Crypto King, did you ever answer that you're going to be here tomorrow? I'm pretty sure you are. I'm speaking for you, but just let us know real quick. And we will have a special episode with the Crypto King.
That's right.
But anyways, everybody, thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you tomorrow night at the same time, 6 p.m. PST. And yeah. We'll get into all the news. And what's up, Staker?
Radix. We got us a Radix guy in here.
I was just talking about some Radix, meme coins that I got. I got Ed with Ed.
What's up, Jaleesa?
Good night, everybody.
Have a great night.
Thank you all for joining us.